All right, guys, this is the week 2 of chapter 6. We needed to use a credit card charge or enter a credit card charge for a 1-day tractor rental. You should do that down here on the credit card charges. Okay, and so I'm going to go back to what I put in for that. Here it's payable to McCall Rental Equipment and Tools. I had to put in tractor rental for the memo. I put in 175. It's a one-time deal, and it's on 1/10/2022. Make sure you have everything in there. I'm going to save and close it. It's not going to re-record it, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, the next one, we need a bill for 3 bags of mole repellent and 4 bags of lawn fertilizer. Fun times. So that's bills. We go to enter bills. I'm going to go backwards so you can see what I put in there. And this was from Green Touch. Here's our mole repellent. Make sure you have the correct date, by the way. But this amount due is going to fill in as you do these down here. So the first one is the mole repellent, which we put in earlier. And it's naturally going to have the total in there, and you're putting in the 3 bags. It's the subtotal is over there, the total's over there. Lawn fertilizer is the next one, and you got 4 of those. So that should be everything for the 11th. Now on the 12th, let me save and close that. We need an invoice. We're going to go over here, and this is a newer customer. We didn't have her in there, so you're going to type in her name, Iris Spaeth, and quick add, and then you're going to put in the 12th. This is 2 hours. You'll put in the quantity and installation, and it's going to come up with automatically the landscape, and then 4 units, 4 hours of yard care. So that's in there. Based on what we put in the 12th, everything's in there. Make sure you put in a thank you and a memo per the directions, and then we're saving and closing that. Now we're up to the 13th, and so we are receiving payments for the full amount due from Mariners Park. So on that, when you're going to receive payments, you're going to go into here. Customers are the ones we get money coming in. So we're looking in this flow here, receive payments. I'm going to go backwards again. So the first one that we're getting a payment, they said Mariners Park paid us. As soon as you put them in, you're going to see all of the outstanding invoices that we sent out to these customers. This one paid on this particular one, so you can just click it off, and it's right there. It told us it's check 3280, and this is on the 13th. So make sure you've got that, and it'll automatically put the amount up there. Make sure you check on the check button, and you are good. And we could put a memo in here. I'm not going to worry about that. So anyway, I'm going to say save and close. Actually, you could have used save and new. Might have been smarter because the next receive payment is the one right after that. So I'm going to go back to that. That's Jurassic Ventures. It said they paid fully. And so we check off the only thing that was outstanding, and we put in the check number. Again, it's the 13th, so make sure you've got that. And I'm saving and closing that. The next one, we had a cash sale. So if we did a cash sale, that's to a customer. So specifically on that, I'm going to click on the customer. I'm going to click on new transactions, and I'm going to go to sales receipt, because when we do cash, it creates a sales receipt. And if I go backwards here, there we go, and there we go. Okay. So when I go backwards, I should be able to find the one that we did. I'm going to clear this. There we go. There we go. Now we're going backwards. So here's the Maddie Jesford one. We put in her name, and we put yard care and 5. It automatically puts that in there. Make sure your date's right, and make sure you select cash, because we're taking cash. We're saving it, closing it. The next one on the 15th, it says we need to pay all of our bills due. Let's close every window that we don't need. I'm going to go to the home window and maximize this puppy. We're going to go to pay bills, okay? So we want to pay all the bills. We could click on due on or before and select out the ones that we need, but we can obviously see it. So it says due by 115. That is just Hunter Cellular, okay? And it says, okay, so we're going to go ahead and look on this. This is our method. It's already selected on check. And we are going to pay the selected bills. Okay, and here it is right here. We are going to print the check, it says. Okay, it's already selected. First check number, 1893, it was on there, so we're good. I'm going to say PDF is fine. I'm going to put check delete because I don't really need this. Ultimately, that would print specifically to your printer. If one of them blows up, you run out of paper, whatever, it printed off the page, you would select it to reprint and you'd go again. So if it was printed correctly, I'm going to say okay. Otherwise, you'd go and reprint it, and that's where you would do it right then and there. The next one, so we did all the checks in the queue, and then we're going to deposit all the funds being held in undeposited funds to checking. So that's over here. These are all undeposited. They're sitting there right now. We're going to select all those guys, and they are going to go to checking. So right here is where you would say where you're going to put it. So we're saying it goes to checking. And this is on the 15th, just so we get it on the right date. Going to deposit, saving, and closing. Okay, now it's giving us new check figures. Let's check those off and make sure we didn't mess up anything. So go to the chart of accounts. And the first check number for checking is 45,310.75. Somehow I'm off by 1 penny. That's insulting. We'll figure that out. Accounts receivable is $330. Where's my account receivable? Uh-oh, maybe it's right there. So we're a little off right there. Now that's accounts payable. That is on. Just kidding. Our Visa. Our Visa should be, that is where we are off, okay? No, actually that's right. 392.65. What's this other one? Accounts receivable, 330. Oh, there we go. Okay. So we are off a penny on checking. Unbelievable. Okay, so let's look through the stuff that we did. That is horrible. So I got to go back through and make sure these are the correct numbers. Okay, so starting with each of those guys, that was fine because all of those were even amounts. So we're going to save and close that. This Bart Girls thing was, let's see, was it 202.25? Bart Girls, Bart Girls, Bart Girls. Yeah, it was. Okay. So we're good on that. I'm going to save and close it. This one, 230.45 for Hunter Cellular. Did I mess up on that? Closing that. Now this deposit. Let me go back through on each one of these. 255.20, 1485. All of those look to be correct because they were all rounded. I'm going to close that. Okay, so now let me go back into $45,310. Oh, now it is different. Okay, so I need to double check. think I just backed that out. Let's go in and fix what I just did. Okay, so that should be everything for the second set. I went in and fixed my checking. It just took going into the chart of accounts, and I had to go to the accountant window, and I had to make a general journal entry basically. So if you look here, this is what I had to do. I had to wipe out the initial balance and put in a new opening balance equity using old school debits and credits, and it's good to go. So now everything's on. Moving right along.